But most of the key is the client saying, there's something I just don't trust about my son-in-law or my daughter-in-law. So hopefully nobody has clients with 3 kids that have all of those problems, but those problems do exist. And my clients talk to me about this. The way I generally approach it is when I'm sitting down in that first strategy session and I'm working with them, tell me about the family. What are the kids, what do they do for a living? Are they good with money? Tell me about the spouses. Do we like them? What do you think of them? And if they immediately go, oh gosh, I really don't like my daughter-in-law, Becky, there's something, I don't have this easy feeling. I think we might need to do something. I know right away to start talking about this type of plan.
If you think it's important for educational videos like this to get out there, then please help us out by subscribing to the channel.
So the typical married couple, everything to the kids equally, well, what happens if it isn't that one of the kids dies before they do, where it would go to the grandkids, which is a standard thing? It's what if the money goes to the kid and then they pass on? So you've already given them their share of the family wealth from your clients. What happens? Now there's the divorce and the commingling. And I see this all the time. And I give the hypothetical example, and I used to feel bad. Is anybody here like a personal trainer or married to one? Okay. I don't feel so bad anymore because one of my best friends growing up just finished up his divorce because his wife was running around with a personal trainer. So what sometimes happens is when the kids inherit that wealth, their spouse is whispering in their ear, oh honey, now we can get that dream house that we always wanted. We've got the money from your parents' estate. We can do that. Oh, okay. They get a real estate agent, they start looking around, they go, okay, well, let's talk about financing. Do we need to do oh, no, we've got the money, we'll pay cash for it. Oh, great. Let's get the information over to the closing attorney now that we found the house. Oh, you're married, so it's going to be tenancy by the entirety, whatever it happens to be. So then they get the house. A few months later, or a year later, or 2 years later, the spouse is running around with the personal trainer. I want a divorce, and I want half the house. But all that money came from my parents. Yeah, but I talked with a divorce attorney and you commingled it. And they're right. In a lot of cases, because they put their spouse's name on that house, they're now going to get the value of half of it, even though it was all paid for with that inheritance. So, spendthrift spouses, they just can't say no, and they just keep giving money to their spouse or buying expensive things that are really out of the range. Now there's an inheritance. Now there's another source to buy all this stuff that's not going to generate anything long term, and it's not going to leave anything there for the grandkids. Situation like we just talked about. There's the remarriage after the child passes on. How many people have seen this in their practice where, whether it's their clients or one of the kids of the clients, and so there's a remarriage and suddenly everything starts to change. What happens if it's, okay, there's a remarriage, then the money, when the former daughter-in-law or son-in-law starts their own planning and they leave everything to their spouse, and then they go first, is that money going to the grandkids of the people who originally, your clients who had that money? Or is it going to the son-in-law or daughter-in-law's second spouse's kids and completely cutting out the grandkids? That situation just happened. Disability, or Medicaid is needed. We're going to be talking about Medicaid planning tomorrow. But if that money has transferred out of the revocable trust and gone over to the spouse, what happens then if there's a need for Medicaid, if there's a disability? All that money is on the table. That could be assets that need to be spent down or converted before they can apply for Medicaid, because it came out of the revocable trust. And then there's lawsuits, creditors, bankruptcy, all of these other vulnerabilities that are out there. We can protect against that. But most of the key is the client saying, there's something I just don't trust about my son-in-law or my daughter.